Hey everybody, fun video for you today. Pinewood Derby secrets. Going to tell you the best secrets from 10 years. We won a lot with my two boys. They don't race anymore. They're a little older, but I'm going to tell you what we found out each year as we did the Pinewood Derby. And hopefully you can win your Derby. The first year we made this car and we added these weights on the back to make sure that it was the 5 ounces, because that's the number one thing. You've got to make your weight as heavy as you can within the Derby rules, or you'll lose to somebody else that has a heavier car. But you don't want to make it too heavy. So get yourself some kind of scale like this, and you can weigh your car at home. They're usually like 10 or 15, maybe $20, right? You can make sure your car weighs as much as possible. But when you put all the weights in the back like we did, it does really well on the drop. But as the track flattens out, the other car ends up beating it. And so you want to move your weights probably somewhere right in front of the rear axle. And we did an experiment on this where we said, this is called the variable weight system. You can move these weights anywhere, and we ran different scenarios, and we found out this one worked the best, and so we put our weights there and we won. So play around with your weights. There's different types of weights you can buy. Little weight sets. The tungsten putty's a little expensive unless you catch it on sale, but you know, weights you can bend, and weights with stickers on the back so you can stick them on and move them, all kind of stuff. Now the biggest secret though is the axles. This is very free spinning, and that's because there's not a lot of friction on that axle. And also, you see how my wheels, the first year we didn't turn the wheels like that. You see the difference? The whole surface area of the bottom of the wheel was touching the track. That's a lot of friction. On this one, only the corner, and this one actually doesn't touch at all. This is called a rail rider. Another video coming on that. But how do I get my axles smooth? Well, you buy something like this. It's, I don't know, $7 or $8. You stick this mandrel in a drill and you spin them and you polish them with the pumice powder that comes in that kit. So go to your local hobby store, spend about $40, and you might end up with a trophy at the end of the day with a little elbow grease. But you know, the shape of the car, we found out really doesn't matter that much. You need to make sure you're maxed out on your weight. You need to make sure you have very smooth axles. You need to make sure you get some graphite. And if you want to get really fancy with it, mix the graphite with some alcohol, like rubbing alcohol till it's kind of mud. Pack the center of those bearings with that mud and then let it dry. Poke your axle through. And that's how you get wheels that spin like that. Thanks for watching.